Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will be implementing 3 ways by which you can replace a character into a string, and we will be discussing about the 3 ways also, and which way we have to use in which scenarios, and where uh, the technique of replacing characters will be used in real time. So let's get started. So basically we will require a string first. So let's create a string which is initial string. So let's put it as welcome with a extra deb l, and it is a final string, and we will create it as a blank. So the first way is by using array. So basically, in most of the languages, whenever you create a string, this will be stored as a individual character, and it will be an array of characters where each one will be stored as a character array. So the W will be stored in initial string of 0, E will be stored in initial string of 1, and so on. So we can use that concept to remove the additional L. So the best way is final string, and in Jupyter Labs you have an option like if you just type the half string and then press tab, it should mostly it will auto fill the full thing for you. And then we want initial string, and we will require to start with 0, and you can put it as blank, which is starting with 0, and then we required till 2, so it will be w will, so, and then plus initial string dot 3 till end. So as you can see, it will be like this, where 0 will be w, 1 will be e, 2 will be l. So basically we are starting with blank will, which is the first 0. So it will start with w, and then it will go with till 2. So the first L will not be considered because it is still 2 only. So L will not be considered. And then let's print it. And final string, and then just execute it. As you can see, this L was removed and the final string is welcome. So this is a simple way if you know in which character you have to replace. So this will be used. So best way of a real-time example will be like if you use some Word document, whenever you type a common word, it will prompt you and like if you write something like welcome in Word document, there are chances that if you put double L, it knows how to correct it. It will check the dictionary concept and it will tell that this alphabet is wrong because of the dictionary. But consider that you have you're writing something like we look good. So consider that you are typing something we look good and you have typed good 2 times. So this is a place by which you can use uh, initially it is like you can replace this good with one good only. So it is like this is a simple example, but in string calculations where you will have a lot of big strings, this concept will be used to do it. And if you know the correct value, you will be using this concept to remove it. Now consider that you know that you have to remove the L which is on line number 2. You can use a for statement also. So let's get this thing again. So in the this concept we are using array, but now what we will do is we will use for loop. So let's get that. So what you will do is you will create we will use for I in range. I think it is in range as it is 0, comma. We will use a, function which is string for initial string, and then you will use this, and then consider that if I is not equal to 2, then it will be final string equals to final string plus, and plus is concatenation. So here also we were using plus for concatenation, here also we are using plus for concatenation, but in this case it will be initial string of I. So let's run it. Oh, okay, we got an error, but as you know it is we have to put colon for the if and condition statements. Let's run it. We got an error because Python is an indices concept, so you have to write space for it. So let's run it. As you can see, it is done properly. So to summarize, what are the errors which we got it? Uh, First thing was we have not put a colon after the condition statement, which was wrong, and then we have not put any space or any space character which can be tab or space after the condition. So according to Python, it will be using the same line as then it will consider this as an next execution step, and there was no condition on if statement, so that was wrong. So we have just moved it by one space. So this is part of the if condition now. This is second way you will be using if you have multiple logics. Like consider that you wanted to remove all the statements uh, which are in even condition. So you will just change this to for even condition, and it will remove all the characters which are on even. Consider that this will be used mainly if you have multiple values which has to be removed, and you have a condition where you are telling that from anything which is on multiples of 2 has to be removed. So you will change this statement to put it as whenever it is an even, the string should not be copied, and for odd it should be copied. So you just have to change the if condition and it will work fine. And this is only for if you are specific constant values to be done. Now the third statement is to use an replace function to replace any of the values. So we will use the same thing, which is this, and a print statement we also will copy. And mostly in most of the languages you will have a replace statement. So this is an example of Python, but you will have the replace statement in C, Java, and other languages as well. And then so the statement is initial string dot replace, and then you have to mention what you have to replace. So here we wanted to replace 2L with a single L, and then once you run this statement, you can see it was done properly. But you have a disadvantage here, saying that consider that this statement was welcome ill. So this one, if we run this statement now, it is replacing the second one as well. So you have to put some restrictions on which this is not done. It is done only for wherever you wanted to do it. These are some examples by which you can implement it. These are simple examples, but in real time you will be uh, using it for removing complex logics. Consider that we will copy this and two. I'm putting two spaces here. Welcome to. Okay. So I have two spaces here, so I'm just replacing two spaces with a single space. So if we run this, you can see this has been changed to single space. So consider in a file you are having a file where you have to remove additional spaces. So you will use the replace statement to remove the additional spaces, or you have a particular keyword which is being used, and in the final file read you don't want it to use that keyword, you will be removing it by using the replace statement. Because in that file, if you are reading a big file, you will not know at which level it is there. So this makes sense to use a replace statement for the whole file. And what you can do is you can put the replace statement for the whole string, but you can divide the lines, the file into lines, and then do it in such a way that uh, for each line you have a count of how many times the replace statement is working fine. So you when you have a problem, you have to think in that way. And consider that uh, this one, the first example which we saw it, we don't require a variable also here. So what we can do is we will use initial string as well. So if we just run it again, so if you can see, I'm using the same intent. So the final was welcome to home. It was representing welcome to home. So let's change it to initial string, and when we execute, you can see it as welcome now. So this statement will also work, so you don't require an additional variable to do it. But in this case, you will require it because if you replace the value in that same string, this initial string will not be populated properly. So these are three ways by which you can do it. And according to your requirement, and in the scenario where you will have to do a update on the string, you will be using it. And also for this one, you will require additional variable. For this one, you can do without an additional variable. So if you know where you have to replace it, it does not make sense to create a new additional variable just for modifying a single value, where if you are aware of where the specific character has to be replaced. So these are other ways. I will be putting a link in the description which has all additional ways by which you will be manipulating or replacing characters in a string. So you can refer to that link also. So I will be referring to this one, which is ask Python. So we have used the native method, which is by using the array, and then by using a replace statement, And these are the other ways by which this is a slicing way which we have also discussed by using an array and then by using joins. So these are more comprehensive ways by which you will be replacing characters and by using translate method. So basically in the real time scenario, you will not be just be using a single uh, character replacement or something. You will be combining it with truncation. You will be combining it with search options and then doing it. So these are some simple ways by which you will be doing it. So this is just to give you a background. So I think this video was helpful. If you like the video, you can put a like. If you think that I have to add more things or I was wrong somewhere, you can point out in the comment section. And thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.